ETH, we start with 1 hour chart. Okay, as we can see in my if we refer to our analysis in my last video, when the price was here, exactly with this one we mentioned maybe the price can drop, move for correction, because as we can see right now we get this one. We want to see whether this is the only correction or we can expect to get a bigger correction. How we can trade it? Because if we refer to my last analysis, we mentioned we can get the, if there is a continuation with a small correction, any trade we can exactly I put similar to what I put right now, we consider as a short term. Because if this is the only correction, the price can wants to continue, we can trade it with the breakout of this, but we consider as a short term. Yes, as long as we get into the profit, we start to manage it. When I say short term, unless this one turn to a big correction. For sure, if this one turn to a bigger, more complex, at least 3 wave correction, the next move can give us a better trade. Okay. And right now we don't have any trade set up. If I move to daily chart, we have nothing. The only thing is we want to see, because as we can see, the price broke the previous top, whether there is a continuation or still we can expect one more reversal. Maybe we move to forward chart. Okay, as we can see based on forward chart, we have been looking for this to put in relative to each other, and we get. Now we want to see whether we can, because as long as we can see that since the price broke the top, it start to correct. Can be this one in really similar to what we have here. Here also same. The price broke the top, it start to correct for continuation. That's why I mentioned if we get a correction, we can look for continuation. But the only thing is, as we can see, the price broke the top, but we have a divergence. This is what we need to be careful. But sometimes we don't need to rely on the divergence, because if there is a continuation, for sure, these things will disappear. Okay, now the thing is whether we can get any trade from here, similar to what we have here or not. Okay, in this case, if we move to 1 hour chart, all right, as I mentioned, if this one, right now we don't have any trade setup unless we trade this with the breakout of this. Okay, and if we get any trade with the breakout of this, as long as we get into the profit, we start to manage, because what we want a sharp move. Unless this one tend to have, also there is a possibility then tend to dip more complex before there is a continuation. For sure, if we get more complex, it can give us better confirmation for the next move, at least similar to what we have here. We get 1 2 3 for next move. All right, and from here, if we get any correction, we can look for buy, but we need to know that any buy, when the price we get into the profit, and start to manage it, because as we can expect, the price can move a bit higher, but we will expect the get the deeper correction. May I give an example similar to what we had here? After we get the breakout of the top, there was 2 opportunity, but the third one start to turn to a deeper correction. Okay, anyway, we don't have any good trade setup. The only thing is we're looking for this, whether we can get any trade or not for buy. And in this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any update, I will share. Thanks.